Hello and warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful souls out there. Welcome to my channel. I'm sure you have already checked the thumbnail, but I also want to clarify at the same time that the concept of divine masculine and feminine has to be understood very well, and many people resonate with it differently. First of all, the masculine and feminine energy, these are energy types, these are archetypes of energy. So they can be present in a man as well as in a woman, which means a man can have stronger feminine energy also, and a woman can also have stronger masculine energy. Although in the current world that we live in, there is a big tug of war because of the roles of the masculine and feminine are very much programmed via the media and via the movies and via the way things have been running the education system. So most people are confused. Okay, and secondly, this is the world of inner work, and if you're here right now, it's not a coincidence. Via your own intuition, you have called yourself to this content, and you are using me simply as a tool, as a medium to go through something that you are yourself a vibrational match to. And my dear friends, some of you may or may not resonate fully. Some people resonate like word by word, and some people resonate like 50, 60, 70%. Whatever the case is, in case you have questions, you can get a personal session with me, or you can also get into hand holding therapy sessions with me if your problem is very intense. You can work on 3D release or karmic release. You can work on narcissistic abuse release with me. You can work on the most important and highly recommended therapy, chakra alignment, which is like the solution of many situations. Many problems can be solved because for some people, relationship turmoil or discard by their lover may not be a pressing issue at this point in time, and for some people it may be, and it may not have left them for a long time. For many years they still struggling with that issue. Whatever it is that you decide to do in life, the intention of these collective messages is to create a space or a portal that can lead to epiphanies, which lead to a pathway to a quantum leap. However, in the world of inner work, we take responsibility of our own well-being and lives. Thus, it is our duty to do inner work and surrender to Source. So let's get started and let's find out what Source wants us to know. So friends, I'm seeing a renewed sense of love, a renewed feeling over here. And first of all, before I go any further, let me clarify, guys, with a negative attitude, these channelings will not work on you. I know some of you are very angry, some of you are very upset. Okay, you cannot imagine someone who has done bad to you to love you, right? I know, I understand. It's not easy. But at least you can imagine or you can feel that someone loves you because you deserve to be loved. You definitely deserve to be loved. You are definitely beautiful person. You are definitely deserving person. But certain programming patterns, certain template patterns are so warped inside your system, in your DNA, that you have probably attracted people and situations who have made you feel otherwise. But whatever happened in the past is gone, first of all. Okay? Actually, this is the second point. Whatever has happened in the past is already gone. Don't bring back the dead people from your past, or the dead energy. What's gone is gone. Let it go. Let it go and let it get merged in the soil. So here I am being shown. There is a beautiful feeling that I am sensing right now. I feel that this person, the masculine, actually can recognize the connection with the feminine. He feels, he or she, whosoever has this energy, or you can say that earlier this person had a very strong polarized divine masculine energy, but now that polarization is going away and there is a merge that is happening within. But we will use the term divine masculine so that there is no confusion, because I cannot say that merged soul A is thinking about merged soul B. That is not possible, So let's keep it like that only. So this DM has recognized the deep soul connection with his divine feminine. So this DM has recognized that there is a deep soul connection with the DF, and this recognition has led to a heightened sense of attraction, resonance, and an emotional bond. When I say heightened sense of attraction, I don't mean sexual attraction. Sexual attraction is lust. In this world that I'm talking about, that we are living in the higher dimensions, there is no such thing as lust. Two people can live under the same roof without any lust, and they can be truly, deeply, madly in love with each other. So there is a lot of attraction. The DM cannot be away or cannot go away from the DF, and he feels very hurt also sometimes when she ignores him. And when I say hurt, it's not that negative or very revengeful, vindictive kind of ego-based hurt. It is like the cute way of feeling hurt. So there is a longing. This longing is not the negative, depressing, sad type of longing. This longing is more of the kind where a person is happy to wait also. Sometimes, it's good to wait. There is a certain excitement, there is a patience level that one has to be in, has to stay in. And this person feels very lucky and very blessed to actually have met the DF. And I am being shown that yes, there has been a distance between them in the past. They have also gone through the stages of coming and going with each other. They've played that dynamic of runner chaser. They've been frustrated also at each other. There has been some kind of, lies also were said. But from the feminine's perspective also, the feminine has done so much inner work. The feminine is such a strong pillar right now of emotional connection and emotional clarity, that the feminine understands, DF understands, if a person lied, why they lied, if the person acted a certain way, why they acted a certain way, if this person is coming back to me again and again, why is it happening? Because between these two, the element of lust is not there. Between these two, they are both very eccentric kind of people. They are both very source oriented. Now, one thing that was given very strongly to me, why the masculine is so attracted to the feminine, is because of her godly nature. Maybe 5 years back, 6 years back, when these two people met, he did not know that she's that connected to source, or she's that psychic, or she's that smart, or she's that understanding, because time is also a very important factor. If we would know and do everything right away, then it would not be fun. It will not be any fun. So time is a very, very big factor over here. And in all these days or years or months that both of them have been away from each other, the masculine, the DM energy feels like he got to know the DF much better. And sometimes he appreciates the distance also. He appreciates the fact that they were not that close. Because if they would have been so close, then maybe they would have taken things for granted. Or sometimes he feels that it was just a part of the plan, everything was just so predestined. Maybe going away was not really required in their relationship dynamic. Maybe they would have come back again and again, even if they were close to each other. But they may not have done this type of inner work, because the inner work is not that great when these two people are arguing or fighting. The inner work is even better when they have other stimuli to take care of. When they go out in the world and they deal with other people, other situation, karmic entanglements, then their inner work becomes better. Then they get better lessons. Because if they're just going to be with each other, around each other for all the time, they would not grow as much as they're supposed to grow. But definitely now they have reached a point where they have a very strong emotional bond, especially from the masculine side. You can sense it that the masculine has a very strong bond. He does not want to go away from this bond, number one. Number two, he also feels that this is a very natural and organic bond. And number three, the most important thing is that he doesn't want to lose this bond because of his conditions, or because of his temperament, or because of his thoughts and wants and certain things he likes to do. Again, this is not based on gender, okay? So when I say he, she, don't get confused. Certain things the masculine likes to do, the feminine probably does not have any interest in that. And certain things that feminine enjoys or is into, maybe it's her mission, maybe it's a kind of world she lives in, the DM has no interest in that, or maybe he's never even thought like that, his thinking pattern is very different. But they both are very fond of each other and they've been around each other, or maybe their coming and going was also a result of these differences. Now that he has got a good amount of experience in the outside reality or in the 3D world, so as to say, he realizes that, my feminine is far better than these people. At least she is authentic, she's clear, she speaks her heart out, she's not fake, she's not doing any drama. It has taken a while for him to figure it out. And for the feminine also, she feels like earlier she was very scared to take the risk with this person, but now she feels that maybe it is God's plan. God is bringing them together or close to each other. The masculine is also appreciating the feminine qualities, and they have become very comfortable with each other due to this. Like, there was a time if he would say something to her, she would take it to her heart, and if she would say something to him, he would take it to his heart, and both will, just sulk and feel bad about their own selves in their own eyes. So now the masculine is appreciating and valuing the unique qualities embodied by the divine feminine. And these qualities are nurturing, intuition, especially emotional depth, receptivity, and most importantly, psychic powers. Because you know what? It may be possible that in all these months or years that they've been with each other, initially maybe he was not that impressed by those things. Maybe he didn't even think about those things. But in between, due to some situations or due to some talks, or due to some kind of confidence the feminine has reflected or projected, or the things maybe she predicted, certain things have become like to the point correct and accurate. So he has got like first hand experience that her abilities, her talks, her confidence, the way she is, everything about the feminine is absolutely pure and original, not like the karmic where everything is just copied and fake. Now I'm also being shown that there is a balance that's happening between masculine and feminine energy. So you must be thinking, when I said initially, if you remember, in the very beginning, I spoke about the merge. I spoke about how some of you were in polarized divine masculine energies and some of you were in polarized divine feminine energies. But a lot of you over a few years, like I've also been sharing content on this channel since I think 2018 or 19, I'm not even sure, maybe 19. So 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 5 years on this channel. Otherwise, I have done good amount of work. With the grace of my masters and with the blessings and love of my masters, when I wrote the book, that year was 2011. 2011 was when it got published. And 2011 was an important year for the twin flames. I'll tell you a couple of years that were very important for twin flame energy, the upsurge of twin flame energy. 2000 was very important for the twin flame community, even for those who were very young at that time, or for those who were not even born, or for those who were still like in their prime of 20s. According to me, there is no such thing as prime age. This is also part of programming, but just to say that you were maybe in your mid 20s or 20s or 30s, and now 20 years later you're probably in 40, 50 something, 50, 55. So you might be thinking that, oh, so much time has gone. But 2000 was a very important year. Then 2011 was a very, very important year. Then 2016 was a very, very important year. And all these years, okay, that I'm mentioning. And then just 2 years later, 2018 was very important. 2020 was extremely important, okay. And even now, 2023 is very, very important, because 23 is actually not an easy year. Till you can say August, September, for some people it would be a bit hard. For some people, the difficulty started right in January. For some people, it became too intense in March and April. For some people, it may be ongoing right now. Some people are already out of it. They have already received the lessons from the retrograde. So 2023 is also a very, very important year for twin flames. So these years, I just spoke about it because I wanted to also mention that 2011 was when I had published the book called In the Name of Love, A Journey of Finding Your Ultimate Soulmate. And the whole book was written because of channeling and via mystical interventions. Trust me. I mean, it's been so many years I've not written another book. Why? I've done 100 other things. I wrote a movie. I worked in television shows. I worked for very big banner movies in India. I marketed them. I started my YouTube channel, but I didn't write another book because that book was completely written by, higher beings. I was just a medium, just the way I'm a medium right now. So it's good to be a medium. I'm sure a lot of you are also mediums. A lot of you are healers. You have psychic abilities. You have a very strong impact in the world around you. You guys are very special, and I'm extremely grateful and thankful to Masters, Source, to the universe that I'm able to cater to people like you. Such beautiful souls, such talented. And talent is also not a virtue of humanity. You guys are just good, pure human beings. Like, there are so many talented people who are pedophiles or who are cheapsters or who are just having sex with people all the time, or just stealing innocent people's energy, just running after money, just crazy for fame, name and recognition. So many of you, I think, despite having a lot of talents, you never cared about the talents. You thought that more important than being extremely talented or skillful, it's better I do my inner work, and it's better I become a good person, a better version, a healed version of myself. So that makes you so special. And I know I've personally said in the channeling that God does not want, or give preference to people who are always saying, I'm special, I'm special, I'm special. That's why I'm telling it to you guys. You are definitely special. And I also know you are very humble. So whosoever I'm channeling right now, it doesn't matter whether you're a man or a woman, you must be in merged energies if these channelings are resonating with you. Okay, so spiritual alignment has been taking place. There is an increased fondness because it's indicating that the divine masculine is aligning with their higher spiritual purpose, and it's a collective reading. So on the whole, on the collective level, masculines are going through this upsurge energy. They may, that's why, be recognizing the importance of unity and collaboration with divine feminine in their personal and spiritual journeys. They want to be there, they want to support, they want to take care. I mean, 4 years back, I still remember someone had taken a reading from me, personal reading, and that lady was a very beautiful, very gorgeous woman. I don't obviously remember the name, but such a beautiful face it was, and such a positive energy. But the problem was that the feminine was very upset that the masculine ran away and has left or whatever their mission was, whatever they were planning to do together, the project, in between, just hanging. So now I told her that, you have to do it by yourself, because by the time the masculine comes back, by the time the DM energy heals, because for some people, the people who ran away may not be the one for you. They might have been false twins. They could have been catalyst also, and all these things you can find out in readings, okay? In personal sessions, in intuitive readings, you can get answers to these questions. So in some cases, they may not have been the right people for you. Now, because of those people, you ended up doing inner work, and the right person was also around you at the same time. They were also there. You were talking to them, but your vision or your periphery or your energies were not well equipped to understand that this is the person for me and not that. In some cases, this will apply. In some cases, not all. In some cases, where a married partner ran away, they got heavily influenced by karmics, or they got heavily influenced by relatives, or some toxic feminine energy I'm being shown around them, who kind of swayed them away from the feminine. And they simply could not see how wonderful the feminine is, how loving, caring, kind, compassionate, understanding. So many adjectives applied to the feminine They could not see it. That's why they had to hang out with those people for a good number of time, because 1 year, 2 year is not that big. 1 year, 2 year, they can fool the masculine because they need something from the masculine. They have to take something from the masculine. Maybe the property, maybe the money, maybe something else, maybe they're too low frequency. Certain things I don't even want to say right now in this channeling, okay? So they wanted those things, and the masculine who's more innocent may not be able to figure that out. In some cases, it could be a relationship scenario where two people are in a very strong relationship with each other, very intense relationship with each other, but they cannot come to terms with certain things. So again, this person is going out in the world, in the 3D world, getting to know about stuff, doing their research, going through heartbreaks. Now their soul is aligning, or you can say their chakras are aligning. It could also be possible that some of the feminines, they did chakra alignment work because they were connected to the masculine. They are all connected to their masculine counterparts, the polarized masculine versions. So because of them doing inner work and healing, and them working on their root chakra and sacral chakra, solar plexus, the masculine has been getting energy from the feminine, and their chakra is getting aligned. But it is the feminine who has to do the work. I know some people, they don't do regular work, like they get into therapy and then they are doing very good, and then they go away somewhere because they start enjoying so much that they feel that, okay, now I'm absolutely healed. And then when they go back in the world, in the 3D world, they get hurt again because they become very attractive. Even these channelings that you're listening to, they make you very attractive because they create that kind of portal in you. But when you go back to the 3D world, you have to be very careful, because not everyone is going to recognize your wisdom and your insight. Not everyone is going to be aware about the growth and transformation that has taken place within you. Okay? The fondness that the masculine has been feeling for the feminine is also the sign of personal growth, their personal growth and transformation. Both of them are evolving. Both of them are expanding their awareness. Both of them are embracing a more open and loving approach to relationships. And there is also a desire for partnership. Earlier, they may not have that strong desire. Maybe both of them were like, no, it's okay, we are happy and this and that. Or I don't want to go through so much trauma and torture and pain. Now they are like, to hell with pain and torture. It is happening any which way. Any which way I am going through challenges. Any which way I am facing all the problems. Any which way there are things happening in the 3D reality. How much more can I run away from pain or fear of pain? So let me just be with the person. Whatever difficulties we will face, at least we will face it together, in a partnership. So this increased fondness reflects a longing for unity also. Both the DM and DF are desiring a harmonious and balanced union with each other. And he also sees now, especially now, there's a potential for mutual growth and co-creation. And none of this is 3D for them. Especially the masculine. He actually feels very relaxed around the feminine. He feels like he can trust the feminine. He feels that she adds a spark of joy in his life, especially when it comes to inner work, because she's so deep into inner work. She's so deep into metaphysical knowledge. Her wisdom is so deep in metaphysical science. She is so intelligent. Psychologically she's so intelligent, spiritually so intelligent. These things make her so attractive. The confidence she carries make her so attractive that he feels that, if I'm around this person, my inner work would be A class, would be top class, because we are both going to do it together. And she can inspire me. If I go haywire, if I step away from my path, she can tell me, you know what, you got to do this, you got to do that. So there is no ego now, okay? He's ready to get scolded by her. Earlier, masculine was not that willing to get scolded by anyone. Now, he wants to be scolded by the feminine. Now, he wants to do whatever she tells him. So there's a big change in his behavior also. So these are a couple of things that I noticed. Obviously, there is awakening of love, or we can say reawakening of love. And it will be nice because masculine feels a very strong and increased fondness for divine feminine. and everything signifies a big shift, a transformation within both the individuals. So this is where I'm going to close this channeling session. Thank you so much for being here with me. You can check out the description box for personal sessions. And please write to me at the sunamoon@gmail.com once you book the session, because sometimes PayPal does not send me the notification. Also, PayPal takes time, it takes time for the fees to get processed. So the sooner you do it, the better it is. In some cases, it happens within 2 to 3 days. In some cases, it takes 3 to 4 days. So it totally depends on that. And in between, we also have to do a step. I have to give you one step that you have to do before we actually get into the session. For Indians, it is still much faster for people who are in the Indian subcontinent, because you can use PAYTM or you can use GPAY, and it's instant, it happens immediately. So yeah, and Indians can also get a small discount, which is deducting the fee that otherwise PayPal takes away from me. So I can, give it back to people. So yeah, that's all. It's a wonderful channeling. And thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for doing this wonderful work. Thank you so much for doing inner work. And thank you so much for contributing in raising the frequency of this planet. Now, as I said, I'm extremely blessed, and I have a lot of deep gratitude that I'm catering to amazing souls like you. I will see you soon in another one. One love, peace out, and Jai Shri Ram.